What do you want me to say?
Street scoop, Grandma.
Street scoop.
What do you think it takes for an up and coming artist to have in order to be successful? Like, if you had to give them 3 things.
Business acumen, the drive, being open-minded. Those 3 things could get you, because the business acumen, you can make a living off of it. You know what I'm saying? The drive, just basically not being lazy. Like early on in my career, I was lazy. I was in the club 7 days a week, on the block 7 days a week. If you look at my early career, I didn't start recording for a solo project until like 2003. I always was in groups and in cliques, and I'll do features, I'll be the hype man, because the life, I loved it. But I never sat down and focused on me as a solo artist until 2003. You know, it was so many opportunities then that came at Young Boxx then, you know what I'm saying? Which I'm glad at that point when I look at my life I didn't make it, because my pops used to always say, you'd have killed yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like, niggas talk about, I really snorted coke off bitches' titties. I really snorted coke off of 2 bitches' ass, all 4 bunch. You know what I'm saying? Like, really, I really was like living like a rapper and a rock star. That's what New Orleans do, you know. You don't really fathom the whole world. You fathom your little city, your little hood, and where you from. That's really everywhere. And you live that life. Like, I lived it when everybody couldn't wear Jordans, when everybody couldn't wear starters, you know what I'm saying, to when everybody couldn't do it. And I wasn't a super baller, but I was a hustler, and I know how to maneuver in the room. And then I always was around people who had it. And then the older ones always loved me as a young G. So I always got in situations. I lived as a rock star early, bro. I went to prison at 16. Like, I enjoyed some shit. Me and my nigga Slim Dog, bro. We enjoyed some shit, you know what I'm saying? And then you get around certain other motherfuckers that's really balling and really maneuvering, and my little brother really was maneuvering, and at times when I was on. You see what I'm saying? So I lived a fairly good lifestyle in the late 90s and early 2000s as my late teens and early 20s. You know what I'm saying? Like, we can do a fucking scripted TV show off one of our days just on Monroe. Or when the Gretna boys linked up with the Park boys off Poland Avenue with my cousin, you know?
Alright, so I'm going to take some what you said and play the devil's advocate. Or maybe not. Mm-hmm. Maybe I'm not. Mm-hmm. But the question would be, like, when you say you have a good lifestyle. Mm-hmm. Let's correlate that with hip hop.
Okay. All right. Well, if I correlate with hip hop, it was fun because hip hop, you talking Big Meech and all that. We wasn't on that level.
Well, I mean,
Shit.
We're not gonna bring nobody else.
All right, I'm about to say you talking hip hop. Hip hop, these niggas be talking about yachts and shit. Like, I don't know nothing about all that.
We ain't gonna bring nobody else in. I just want to, ask the question that, like, do you think, in order to be a successful rapper, do you think in order to be a successful rapper that you have to live that kind of lifestyle?
Depends on what you rapping about. And who are you trying to be when you rap? Now, see, the thing about it is like we spoke on earlier, is I'm a nigga that rap about ascension. I come from it. So I ain't got to live that lifestyle because I'm talking about coming from it. But niggas, when you talking that talk, that's why you see a lot of niggas sell dope in the streets now. And some of the niggas ain't really cut from that raw, cutthroat, gutter street shit. That's another side. You know what I'm saying? We don't really need to speak on that. It's street scoop, and you know what's happening in the streets, but that real gutter shit, that's a whole nother side than what's put on Instagram and Snapchat.
Yeah, because them niggas ain't gonna sit down and do an interview.
They ain't gonna do none of that. They gonna be a different type of nigga. You understand? Like a whole different type of nigga. And that's what made me understand and start doing a solo album. And then I eventually changed my life and all kind of shit. Was that a lot of my real gutter niggas was like,
well, don't get me wrong now. It's some gutter niggas that will get on the camera and be stupid.
But I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about Instagram and Snapchat fame. Like the other side of the streets where niggas not looking for fame. You know what I'm saying? That's the side of the streets I'm speaking on. It's kind of different now,
Right.
because Instagram and Snapchat and social media introduce a different type of perspective on the street nigga. Street niggas are redefined now.
I like that.
You dig?
That's dope.
It's redefined.
I like
now.
it.
So I'm from the old definition of a street nigga.
Yeah, I mean,
You gotta remember.
I see
Remember
what
when
you-
all
I
this
see-
shit,
yeah, I see
when
what
all
you-
this shit
yeah.
came, like when the shit came out, like I had one thing kind of got a lot of views, a lot of likes, whatever. When it was 15 seconds on Instagram, when I was flipping the thing over on 15 seconds on Instagram and just talking about my year determination, and I ended up doing an interview, and I was fucking apprehensive about putting myself on a camera. Like, you don't do that. Like, I got an OG, and when he see this, I ain't gonna speak on his name. We was in the studio one time, this back when we had cameras like this. We about to go do a big show. And I'm on that bitch, I'm like, maybe, it's before I went to prison the first time. So I was like 15, even probably 16, you know? And I was on that bitch and I dropped his name, and that nigga cut the camera off, grabbed me and said, bro, you just fucked up film. You don't never, what the hell? Because I'm thinking rap, everybody get on camera, you just wild out when you're a wild nigga. And from that point, I was like, oh shit. When I read it, he said, the feds, anybody could get this, and then you start thinking, I'm like, we in this bitch, tripping. And that's what dawned on me, like, man, flipping the camera on yourself is different. But yet, you're a businessman. So that means you have to evolve and change. So with the business, you gotta change it up. You understand?
Street school, grandma.
Street school.